ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ समस्त ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकराचार्य वर्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे नमः। ओम श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त श्रुति उक्त परब्रह्म अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदसः पारायण समेत आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनम वयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे। One more day we are beginning with the best of the occupation or undertaking of studying the Upanishad Vidya, which alone keeps us reminding of the ultimate goal, without which we allow the mind to project the entire world which is unreal, and we get lost in that like an absolutely ignorant, worldly, deluded person. So every day there should be reminder of the truth. Then only slowly the remembrance grows and the desire to know the truth grows. Then there is a chance for us to pursue deeply, exclusively the spiritual path, to discover the self and get liberated from all limitations. In our today's chanting, we will chant the second one, the Brahmananda Valli of our Taittiriya Upanishad. ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परम् तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरावः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवते अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते याः काश्चः पृथिवीगश्रिताः अथो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ते अथैनदपि यन्त्यन्ततः अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ते येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते अन्नाद् भूतानि जायन्ते जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति तस्माद्वा एतस्मादन्नरसमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा प्राणमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः व्यानो दक्षिणः पक्षः अपान उत्तरः पक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथिवी पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवते प्राणं देवा अनुप्राणन्ते मनुष्याः पशवश्च ये प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते सर्वमेव त आयुर्यन्ति ये प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् प्राणमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा मनोमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य यजुरेव शिरः ऋग्दक्षिणः पक्षः सामोत्तरः पक्षः आदेश आत्मा अथर्वाङ्गिरस पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवागः प्रार्थनामन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ नवमोऽनुवाकः ॐ ऋतं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च तपश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च दमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च शमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्नयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्निहोत्रं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अतिथयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च मानुषं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजा च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजनश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यमिति सत्यवचाराधीतरः तप इति तपो नित्यः पौरुषिष्टिः स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एवेति नाको मौद्गल्यः तद्धितपस्तद्धितपः ॐ शान्तिः 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 Saluting to the Lord, to the entire Guru Parampara, Rishi Parampara, Muni Parampara, Devatas, and also Brahma Tattva. Saluting to the Shruti Mata. Special salutation to Bhagavan Vedavyasa Vaishampayana, Yagnavalkya and Adi Shankara, who are the gurus of this Taittiriya Upanishad, saluting to our own gurus who are blessing us for our own sadhana. Now the two things. First one is one, assorted way living life, systematically living life. Both have their own differences. Life should be lived not assorted way in a most beautiful, systematic way throughout. Right from the birth till the death, there is a system to be followed. Everything is exhaustively given to us in our Shastras. In the same way, whatever the undertaking we do, doing little bit of it and again getting distracted and again coming back to it and getting disconnected with the continuity, all of that is not a sign of a healthy, matured mind. It can be everything. It can be the mundane thing of having the food. The food having is also in assorted way or it can be systematic way. In an assorted way, before even food is fully served, whatever is there, you just grab it. That shows how gluttonous and restless that person is. और ये खाया वो नहीं खाया और ये डाला वो नहीं डाला जो मन में आया वो करना. But in a systematic way of eating food, keeping our health and need in mind, all those items are made, one or two or three, they are served and one by one we properly mix and eat, whether it is rice or roti, whatever. But in an erratic manner, when we have food, then that won't support the health, etc. So to the sleep. It cannot be an assorted sleep. कि जब चाहिए तब सोए, जब चाहिए तब उठे. That all animals do. And human being means knowing what he has to do in a day. For that, what is the amount of energy required? For that, how much rest is required? Therefore, systematically planning that way. Night, these many hours. Afternoon, if required, this much. When the work is more, then this is how it is. So, in a systematic manner, when even the sleep is conducted, it cooperates to the health of the body. So too the domestic activities. The naukari, the salary, the budgeting, the number of people at home. You can't be doing assortedly कि कोई चीज़ अच्छा लगा अब खरीद लिए सारे पैसे उसके लिए हो गया. Then you have no money for other things. There's a system. Everything in this world has a system. The whole 9 planets are moving in a system. And because of that, the arrival and departure of the seasons, everything is happening not in a haphazard way or in a assorted way or in an irregular manner. Everything is systematic. Our life also systematized we have to do, not assorted. In that, the spiritual study also, spiritual sadhana also. It's not some occasion we do the sadhana, sometimes japa पूजा किया, कभी ये किए कभी वो किए. ऐसा नहीं होता. ये तो बचपनों में होता है. मतलब जब तक ऐसे जीते हैं दैट स्टिल बचपना. There should be a system of what sadhanas to be done for what purpose at what time of the day or at what stage of evolution. Exactly systematically when we do, a day is there means what? There's a beautiful system. When you get a morning, first your meditation, then japa, then the puja, then any havan to be done that. You understand? Then like ours coming to our class, then other after that whatever little routine to be done, the exercises and whatever. See how wonderful the life would be. Any obligations are there, how to fulfill them, any duties, any emergencies that are coming. But we have very systematic routine hours. In that, some spare time is kept for all this. Any emergency obligation is there. Evening 4 to 5, an obligation of calling the people who are in touch with us. That's all. Not before, not later. And evening going for that walk or maybe gardening or watering plants. Evening again coming for our classes. How wonderful if it is, even watching TV, one channel of news for some time. And so that's enough. One sports maybe, maybe some entertainment of 10 minutes, which is also not required as we have to grow in spirituality. Is it not the life every day systematized and we are sticking to that? And I tell you, that way only the spiritual evolution happens. Like we are systematically studying our all Shastras, knowingly little, unknowingly a lot, the inner growth, inner transformation in the form of our understandings and convictions slowly growing. Though we can't claim that सब कुछ हो गया, but हो रहा है. That morning 1.5 hour, afternoon 1.5 hour, evening 2 hours. Systematically we are studying, therefore some growth is happening. So in the same way, the main thought today we want to say is, even these two aspects of studying Shastra and doing sadhana also should be systematic. Whole life should be systematic, every activity in life should be systematic, every day should be well planned and systematic. In that, our spirituality, the study of a Shastra. Not that a portion of a Shastra is taken and over become enthusiastic and try to do that without knowing what is before that, what is after that. ऐसा नहीं होता. Like you took the 6th chapter of Gita and straight away say, I'll do the Atma Samyamara Dhyana. 6th chapter Dhyana you can do only when you do the 3, 4, 5 chapter of Karma Yoga, Jnana, Karma Sannyas and Karma Sannyas. सडनली फैसिनेटिंग है, चलो मैं ध्यान करता हूँ, तो ऐसा नहीं होता हो. You have to study 3, 4, 5, then only you can be study and practice. Then only we have the arahata qualification for the 6th. And 3, 4, 5 can be done only when you study the 2nd. In that only the goal, means, everything indicated. 2nd you can study only when you know where do you stand. That you will know when you study chapter 1. It is not that Bhagavan Krishna or Vyasa just gave it erratically, that anything can be taken out from any time and any place and do. No. In the same way, enter spiritual sadhana is step by step from where we are. First, we have to involve in the karma, then make the karma into karma yoga, then go to that Ashtanga yoga of doing some of the Chittavritti Nirodha Prakriyas, then entering into the Bhakti Marga, living in that for a few years with all upasanas, namasmaranas, kathashavanas, through which we know the glory of Paramatma. Then we enter into the Jnana Marga, in which the pure absolute truth self is taught. In this way, spiritual growth. In the same way, in the study of the Shastra also, please remember, it is not that one day we come to one class, another day we don't come, and we feel that discontinuity in us. It is with respect to all the three, the sadhana, yourself, as well as the Shastra. What you and I are doing, taking every mantra right from the beginning and try to analyze and understand them according to our intellect as well as Bhashyakara's guidance. This is called a study of Shastra. Remember, when you study Shastra and know the meaning and do sadhana, it has its own beauty, no doubt. But studying Shastra regularly, systematically, itself is a great, great punya, great, great upasana, where you are just mindful about, okay, I am studying this Krishna Yajurveda Antargata Taittiriya Upanishad. See, it has got 3 valleys. In the Siksha Valli, there are the 12 Anuvakas are there. The first Anuvaka, the prayer to Mitra Varuna Ityadi. Second Anuvaka talked about the importance of grammar and language. Third Anuvaka told us how to see the outer world's magnanimity, find the Lord beyond that. You also take part as your duty. See, when you see each of the Anuvaka, how systematically there is a connection system. In the development of sadhana, there is system. There is development of subject, there is system. And there is a beauty and joy when we are studying one by one. It's not that Upanishad में ऐसे लिख दिया रख दिया कि कहीं से कुछ भी लेकर पढ़ो या ना पढ़ो. It should be a commitment. Like I told you, taking bhojanam is a commitment. Having a good sleep is a commitment. Having fulfilling the social obligatory domestic duties is a beautiful commitment. Life itself is commitment. Shastra Adhyanam also should be commitment. जस्ट बिकम अवेयर. नहीं तो कभी आए कभी नहीं आए तो कुछ पता चलता नहीं चलता. सी देखो जितना पता चला और अभ्यास किया उसका उतना फायदा होगा, वो तो है ही. बट इट्स नॉट द हाईएस्ट थिंग, इट्स द लोएस्ट. Say like shlokartam shlokameva, study half shloka or one shloka, you get the result of one Ashwamedha Yaga phala. All that is only the phala shruti to put us into the initiation of the study of the Shastra. It doesn't mean that therefore study only half shloka. That's different. But as a little matured stage, we have many duties to perform for our own sadhana evolution, for the sustenance of this cultural, scriptural, spiritual legacy, for serving the world, to express gratitude to the rishis by which we tune to them and become deserving their blessing. When they bless us, the tremendous amount of growths, maturities that happen in us. अब बहुत सारे ऐसे चीजें हैं. All of them unseen things are accomplished through the dedicated, committed, systematic study of Shastra. And the, like as we said, each of the Anuvaka, becoming aware of it, becoming aware of the sadhana in that, and reminding ourselves of that every day. Subha, Dophar, Sham, Jab ho sake tab. See the amount of satisfaction. See, I have understood Siksha Valli of Taittiriya Upanishad. This joy you can't share with anyone because nobody knows what is Taittiriya. Yet, how much great self-respect in us. That of this great Yajurveda, we have studied one Upanishad, one Valli thoroughly systematically. Can any Ananda satisfaction replace this one? I studied, I thoroughly remember every sadhana that is told there. I am also on the sadhana path doing it. अब इससे बढ़कर इवन प्रधानमंत्री का मुख्यमंत्री का कोई पोस्ट भी नहीं होता, याद रखना. सो द आइडिया इज कंटिन्यू इन दिस सिस्टमैटिक वे of studying of any shastra and doing entire adhyatmic sadhana and living an entire day, an entire life in that every occasion. सब में दिल दिमाग लगाकर समझदारी से सिस्टमेटिकली करना, not in an assorted manner or in a what do you call that, erratic manner. Whereas there is no proper sequence is there, nor the purpose is there. जो आया मन में वो करते जाना, that is at an immature level, initial level. Though that's how it begins. That also required at that stage. But as we want to prove we are growing, maturing, ये कोई लिया है शास्त्र आदि से लेकर अंत तक अच्छी तरह से दिल दिमाग लगा. This is the maturity. Whatever food we have, that itself you are involving in eating from the first morsel to the last with total participation. That itself is sadhana. Is it not? You are aware of your house, how many people, who is doing what duty, how much money is coming, what are the expenses, who is going wrong or who is great in what, how each one to be involved in, how to have a together meeting and discuss. It's all system. There's a joy in this type of life. So here also, what we are doing, whether it is Bhagavatam, Ramayana, I can take any sloka or portion in between and tell you and entertain you and inspire you. That also is a beautiful thing by which people come to know the greatness of that particular thing. Like a cinema reel, thoda so highlight dikhate na, whatever they call. That has its own purpose. But for those who truly want to be blessed by the Guru Parampara, the Shruti Mata, and the Brahma Tattva hidden behind that, they have to come to the stage of being systematic in the Adhyanam. And that effort to do the Adhyanam systematically, in which we are giving our time, we are pouring our mind, intellect, abilities, alone matures us. Alone fulfills the presence of each of equipments in us. That alone ultimately fulfills us in our human evolution, in our spiritual evolution. This is one. And almost equal to this thought is the other one key. Always see, in this world, everybody are doing their work. Point one. Point two, So many are involved in my own life through their own due contributions. Is it not? Bhagavan Surya. Is doing his own life. He is in way he is contributing to the entire universe. Same time, he is playing a role in me, my life. Is it not? Chandrama, he is playing his role. Nakshatras, they are playing their role in my life. Nadi, Samudra, Vatavarana, Kala, all of them they are playing their role. The government is playing its role in my life, in some way or the other, whether we know it in detail or not. Our district collector is playing his role in our life. We may not know conspicuously exactly what way, but being DM in his decision making and all, we are also affected. Electricity department is playing its role in my life. You may not know who is the electrical chief engineer and all, but ho raha hai. Is it not? The sabji wala, the tarkari wala, all the dairy follow. What we are trying to say is, so many are doing their bit in our life. So too, your own grandfathers, parents, your brother, sister, son. Why all this thought is said is, please remember, when they are doing their due in my life, I also have my due at every level. I have to recognize it. सब कुछ सब लोगों से नहीं किया जाता, कुछ न कुछ सब लोगों से किया जाता है, और जो कुछ बाकी बचा है उनको हमें करना है. Becoming aware of both my contribution for my own survival evolution, becoming aware of my contribution for the total to reciprocate, because I am receiving from them itself is a great maturity. Becoming aware of it and do it. Like, mainly we took this example, this analysis, this point, mainly to say, as we said just now, the Shruti Mata, the Rishis, the Guru, Gurudeva, and the Lord, all of them have done their bit to bring the Upanishad up to our portals or portico, our Amare tak laye. Now we have our own responsibility. They have done lot of things, but they can't do everything. There are some things to be done by us. Up to bringing the Shastra Jnanam to us is done by them. But receiving that Shastra Jnanam, involving in it, trying to understand the intricacies in that, is it not? What a message given, what is the guidance given, what is the goal indicated there, what's the preparation indicated there? It is my job. Is it not? Everywhere. There is my job I have to do. If one can really come to this clarity of what exactly my role in my own sustenance, sadhana, and contribution to the world, it's a very big life, very beautiful it is. Otherwise, we just live erratically, like we said earlier. No sequence, no consequence. That was that. There is a systematic way of doing everything, thought one. Second is what? Everyone is involving in contributing for our life. We also have our role to play. Become conscious of it. Become aware of it more and more acutely. Exactly. Not vaguely. वो ऊपर पर लग दिया तो कर दिया, मन में आया तो ना. When the Rishi Parampara is giving me the Upanishad Jnanam, what is my role in this regard? Like when the Rishi Parampara gave me this opportunity to speak on the Upanishads, what is my role when they give opportunity? What is my responsibility? Then only I know, "Arey yaar, I have to be committed, I have to be regular, I have to study thoroughly myself, I should try my best to convey it." ये सारा मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछो तो फिर सवाल में बहुत सारे समस्याओं का परिष्कार होता है, समस्या को नहीं आने देने वाला प्रिवेंशन भी होता है. This is what is not taught in the society in general. What are the roles and responsibilities? At the total scale, at the scale where we are involved around in our own individual life. Most important as a human being is role and response. For animal and all, the nature guides us. For human being is intellect should guide. We should think, understand, and put in front what are the roles, responsibilities. Especially in this thing of our opportunity given by the gurus to be spiritual by the Lord. And it's not a just mere accident, nor it should be so carelessly taken that we are in spiritual class. We are studying the highest of the literature of the entire universe of all periods of time. The Upanishads, can there be anything higher than that? No, it's not accidental. Is it not? It can't be that way taken so lightly or carelessly. What are the rishis expecting out? Presently, in future, from us, for which they gave this opportunity. The moment you become aware of it, such an amount of maturity comes inside. Oh, they want me to know the truth and get myself liberated. They want me to study Shastra and they want me to know the glory of it. They want me to be a participant in the scheme of the entire Ishvara's Leela of guiding the humanity or the Jivas toward the path evolution. So when you think it, the thinking itself is so highest, so lofty. Compared to the mundane thinking of क्या सब्जी लाऊं, क्या चीज़ें लाऊं, क्या घर में करूं. They may be important for daily survival, but they are not the only thing important, no? Is it not? All those trivials have occupied our life. We are not available for the higher thing. So when you think in this way, then we will know, oh, in so many ways, I have the responsibility. Let me fulfill them. The first responsibility is what? Myself grabbing the opportunity they give of studying Shastras, myself becoming thorough in them, myself doing sadhana, and slowly reaching to experience. Along with that, so many other things which I can do. I must do. I am expected to do. The silently they tell us. We have to be conscious to know what the nature is telling us to do, what the body is telling us to do to be careful, what are the rishis, gurus are telling us to do, what is Ishvara is telling me to do. They don't speak loudly, they silently speak. If that silent speech of them, if we can catch, we have developed some special faculties in us. There is a beauty of life. So the two thoughts are everything in life should be systematic, erratic, including mainly the study of Shastra right from beginning without breaking or missing. Second thought is what? Everyone is contributing in my life. What is my contribution? Me, for everyone and the totality. Give a thought. Feel more responsible. Take that thing in the hand, take charge of those responsibilities and perform them committedly. In that way, while growing oneself spiritually, we are also adding to the beauty of the total by being a healthy, useful, assertive wala participant. By being a participant who is an asset, not only a burden. In this way, the two thoughts. Now, all our Shastras teach us this mature way of living only. Now, if you to conclude the Navama Anuvaka, one by one, remember what is the entire gist of this ninth Anuvaka. Every of these 12 sadhanas have to be thoroughly understood and done without compromise. Nobody can do it for us. The gurus on the dais or stage in the class, they only can teach us. Then whether each of these sadhanas are understood and accepted by us and practiced or not, it depends on each one. Depending on that, only the real growth happens. Neither I can do nor any Guru Parampara can do it for you, nor you can do it for me. How much thoroughly I understood the meaning of Rutam, Satyam, Tapaha, Damaha, Shamaha, then Agnayaha, Agnihotram, Atithi, Manusham, Praja, Prajana, Prajati. Every one of them are sacred. If they are not sacred to understand and practice, they would have not been a part of the eternal scriptures called Upanishads. This is where is our maturity is tested. How sincerely, seriously we have taken this guidance of the Rishi. Here itself we are tested. Have we restudied it? Have we spent some time in contemplating about each of them? Have we felt a satisfaction inside that the clear meaning of that is understood? And did we start doing? Else, Upanishadic study also has that's so less help like watching any movie or any entertainment. We should get maximum benefit while studying the Shastra, that is by this type of total involvement of ours. And that whole thing, what we said now in half a minute, is conveyed by the kind Guru Adi Shankara by one word, Anushtheye. In the beginning he said that, in the middle he said that, in the end he said. If I have to do the Rutam Satyama is Anushtana, first I have to do the Anushtana of restudying them and thoroughly understanding them. Is it not? टाइम लगता है, टाइम देना पड़ेगा, टाइम है किस लिए और फिर see that only through the Shastra Adhyanam and Sadhana a wise person's time is spent. And another person's time is spent is only in gappe marna, fighting with each other, finding faults with others, ninda prashamsa. मूर्ख लोग वो करते. Wise people, they only spend time in only studying Shastras. Wise people study Shastra. Those who study Shastra, they become wise. Earlier wisdom is in choosing what to do the best. Later on wisdom is in the Shastra. You are given the wisdom of the truth, reality. ठीक है, अनुष्ठेय. अब ये होगा when you go to 10th Anuvaka, 11th Anuvaka, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are left or forgotten, this also will be left. The life though continues without any system or substantial transformation in us because we have not applied ourselves. If at all that's the case. So take sincerely, take seriously. Anushtheye. Okay, now along with that, the other two also have to be done as Anushtan. Like nowadays, you and I are trying. Not fully thoroughly, but it may be a 0.01% of what the Shruti Mata said. Like Swadhyaya, everything is being done. Pravachana, also everything is being done. Among the Rutam, Satyam, Ityadi, fewer things are done. Make them more qualitative, more consistent, more quantitative, more involvement in them, that itself is sadhana. So both the Rutam Satyam Ityadi as Anushtana to be done, and also Swadhyaya Pravachana also has to be done. In this way, by fully involving our day and our time and our faculties in these two things, we are doing the best to us. That's what Shruti Mata is saying. It is Shruti Mata's order for us to involve in that. Then she herself will, through her, the Lord Himself will bless us for our evolution inside both as outside also. वो हो जाएगा क्योंकि you are sowing the seed properly, watering it properly, taking care of it. Definitely the plant will grow and give the yield, is it not? Here also. What is to be understood is Anushthaya. And remember, did we clearly understand what is Swadhyaya, Adhyayanam, Pravachanam is Adhyapanam, Brahma Yajnova. And the most important thing yesterday, day before, we touched upon is why the Swadhyaya? Swadhyaya Adhinam Eva Arthagrahanam. If this Swadhyaya every day is not done, how will you understand two things? The meaning of the Shastras, therefore, the meaning of the fulfillment in life. Shastra talks about fulfillment of life only. Otherwise, क्या होगा? We get misguided by our mind and others, tempting take something else as the artha of the life. Artha means goal. So what did he say here? If you remember, hmm. Swadhyaya, Swadhyaya adhinam hi artha jnanam. Here artha jnanam is Shastra artha jnanam, so to Jivana artha jnanam. Artha is meaning in the Shastra, artha is the goal of the life. They go together. The meaning of the Shastra is equal to indicating to us the goal and means of life. Swadhyaya adhinam evahi artha jnanam. So both ways. Unless you do Swadhyaya, the artha jnanam will not come. Then we are doing Swadhyaya Swamiji every day. Then the question we have to ask ourselves is artha jnanam ho raha hai ki nahi? In that also too, in general, at every shloka level, the literal meaning are we able to catch or not? Indicated meaning are we able to catch or not? Generally, artha jnana. Particularly, artha jnana means what? Through each Upanishad. Are we becoming thorough in our conviction about the pursuit of the Brahma Jnana for the moksha? You know, Brahma Jnana, Atma Anubhava alone gives me moksha, and that alone is my goal. Is this becoming stronger? Both go together. When I study Shastra, the revelation of the meaning and the meaning which is becoming revealed to me is inspiring me to committedly take the Brahma Anubhuti as the goal. If this is happening, Artha Jnanam is happening. And that depends on daily Swadhyaya. Therefore, Anushtheye. And this is more easily understood when you see the opposite of it, which we spoke yesterday in the evening class introduction also, even in the Telugu class also. Key, if you don't come to class regularly as study Swadhyaya, everybody will call you. If nobody calls, you only go. If you don't go and nobody calls, TV is always there to invite you. The fridge is there, kitchen is there. If all of them are not working, the bed is there always to invite us. Jao, so jao. When you see the negative repercussions, then you will understand the positivity in this. Means what? Every day, if I don't do Adhyanam of the Shastra, these are the negative consequences. Do the Adhyanam, what are the positive? Arthajnanam. Arthajnanam means the meaning of the Shastra, which will tell us what is the meaning in life, Artha in life, purpose of life, goal of life as a human. स्वाध्याय आधीनम ही अर्थ ज्ञानम. सो स्वाध्याय करो ही अर्थ ज्ञान होता है. जब स्वाध्याय शुरू करो, स्वाध्याय कर रहे हो तो अर्थ ज्ञान हो रहा है कि नहीं भी देखना. Once in a while you pause, like when I check myself, speaking on Upanishad such a long time, am I getting understanding clearly about what therefore the Shruti Mata is indicating? Is it becoming meaningful and related to my life? Am I taking that goal indicated by Shruti Mata as my goal? Then my Swadhyaya is resulting in Artha Jnana. Neither Swadhyaya done but not the Artha Jnana has come. Then I am equal like any other worldly pursuer. No speciality just because I studied Shastra. So that's how the subtle way the भाष्यकारास and ऋषिस convey. स्वाध्याय के ही अधीन में अर्थ ज्ञान कहकर क्या कहते हैं? अर्थ ज्ञान जीवन में इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसलिए स्वाध्याय करो. बट स्वाध्याय का रिजल्ट अर्थ ज्ञान में देखो. Like to quench the hunger and have a satisfaction, you have to eat food. But you also have to see that while eating the food, is your hunger going away and your thirst is fulfilled? That the taste has come, contentment has come or not? In the same way here also. Those who don't study Shastra, for them it is told, but if you don't study, Artha Jnana will not come. Those are already studying, to them the hint is, you are studying, but is the Artha Jnana happening to you? This is one. Second is what? Ki Artha Jnana ayatam cha param shreyaha. This is a very important thought it is. Only when the life of goal is understood and pursued, in that only the best that can be achieved in life. That's what indicated by the Shastra, of which we have to do the Swadhyaya every day. In that Swadhyaya, the three parts I told you: one, listening from the Guru daily; second, yourself studying daily; third, contemplating with the closed eyes as to what is said in that, so that that information becomes my knowledge that leads to some commitments and convictions for sadhana. This is called as Swadhyaya. स्वाध्याय आधीनम एव अर्थज्ञानः अर्थज्ञान आयत्तमेव परम श्रेयः. No, it is such a simple sentence but has so much of consequence when you understand the opposite of it. If you don't achieve the param shreya, life is wasted. Param shreya comes when you do sadhana. If the sadhana is not done for param shreya, the life is wasted. Sadhana we do when we know what is sadhya sadhana. If you don't know that, what is the life wasted? Then what is sadhya sadhana? Where it comes to know you? Only when you know the meaning of shastras. The meaning of shastra we know when we study them. So the four steps: study of shastras, having the artha jnanam, accordingly inspiring ourselves and doing sadhana, leading to paramashreyas. Very consequential, very sequential, systematic. Now, this is the half of the job by which you are achieving your paramshreya. How did you achieve it? Is it not because of the contribution of earlier generations? Along with their realization, they have done something for me, therefore I got enough. So now my paramshreya I am achieving. I have the another duty of conveying this beautiful life of spiritual goal and the means of studying Shastra to the next generation. Therefore, Pravachanam, the second one. That is why the second one is what? Pravachanam. Why Pravachanam? First, that avismaranartham. First for ourselves. That we will not forget if you do Pravachanam. There's a better option of doing Pravachanam for a clear, continuous memory all the time of the goal and means. That is why I told you the other day, Amma, like I am speaking to you. That doesn't mean that I have done sadhana and realized. But the speaking continuously, definitely I can tell you, giving this inspiration to me, thought to me, that what I am speaking, I myself should do and reach out. This itself is a great gain. That is called the meaning of pravachanam च तत् अविस्मरणार्थम. लाइक मैं झूठ बोलता हूँ बहुत, लेकिन सबको कहता हूँ सच बोलो सच बोलो सच बोलो. कोई बंदा तो कहते हैं पहले तू सच बोल बाद में बात सिखाओ. That is also correct and different angle. But here, when I say sach bolo, though I am talking jhoot, one day it clicks to me. Here I am telling everybody to speak truth. Am I speaking? See the beauty of it. It is an opportunity given for myself to get transformed. What? Pravachanam. That's what the tadavismaranartham. शास्त्र में रखा हुआ ज्ञान, उसमें जो बताया हुआ लक्ष्य साधना, उसको नहीं भूलना है तो प्रवचन करना. These are the two things happen when you do pravachana. One, people themselves will question me, are you doing what you are telling? Second, my mind itself will tell, am I doing what I am telling? Then I start doing. That is what is the benefit of this pravachanam. इसलिए देखो, अच्छा करो तो जरूर करना ही है, बट पूरा करो या ना करो, अच्छा बोलते ही जाना है. बोलते बोलते हम एक दिन करेंगे. Because when I speak, I am the first listener. Very subtle, intricate thing it is. Keep on telling. One day it clicks to me what I am telling, I must do. And second meaning, purpose of pravachan is what? Dharma vruddhyartham. You have a job to teach this dharma continuously. Develop करना है in the present generation में or go on spreading for the future generation. And here, by using the word dharma buddhi or dharma, the Shruti Mata or Shankara Bhagavan, subtly indicating that studying Shastra and teaching them is called real dharma. देखो, क्योंकि इसी में अल्टीमेट गोल एंड हाउ टू लिव लाइफ बोथ आर टॉट. धर्म, हियर धर्मशास्त्र, मोक्ष शास्त्र के प्रचार के द्वारा धर्म का हमें वृद्धि करना है. It is a responsibility, duty of every individual. Receive from the higher generation, yourself practice and get benefit, pass it on to the next generation. जैसे बाकी जमीन जायदाद का हम ऐसे ही करते हैं कि नहीं? All the wealth of properties and all receive from the parents, ourselves use it, then give it to next generation. Same way is the spiritual legacy of Shastra. Swadhyaya pravachana. Therefore, what is conclusion? Swadhyaya pravachanayoho adaraha karyaha. It includes niradara na karya. So, the people of Adi Shankara's level, they don't talk negative. Very rarely they say Mudamate, etc. All other occasions they say positive only. The positive saying is शास्त्र का स्वाध्याय प्रवचन का आदर करना. The negative way of saying is निरादर नहीं करना. Both are same, but we can be told in both ways. Don't neglect it, but respect. Like, don't insult your parents. That is saying in a negative manner. Positive is respect them, revere them. So not respecting, revering them duly itself is insult. So too, not studying and doing prachar of Shastra itself is niradarana. Just like studying Shastra and doing prachar of it is the adarana. Therefore, Guru says, adaraha karyaha. Underline. See, these are the jewels of the life, gems of life, these thoughts. They have to be noted in the diary in the first page or in the main walls. Usko हमें करना है. This is the what? When the word karyaha is used by the greatest of the Guru Adi Shankara, we should accept it. Is it not? Like Gurudev says, do something. Seeing his magnanimity and glory and greatness should be enough for me to take it as duty because Gurudev told, Baba, not an ordinary person. उन्होंने कहा जब करो, how can you think otherwise or second thing? जैसे राजा कुछ कहता है तो करना है ना, लेकिन in office, when the boss tells do, you do it. Because that is the meaning of boss. Who is the boss for a spiritual student? Is he not the Guru? When Guru is saying karyaha, then how seriously you have to take? Again, this is the occasion where our disciplehood is tested. And we live some time life and nowhere we reach in spirituality. Then we question Bhagavan Adi Shankara कि हमारा कोई बदलाव नहीं हुआ. Then he asks, बेटा उस समय मैंने स्पष्ट रूप से कहा कार्याहा. Did you do it? I didn't do master as a karya. Then how can you expect the result? Never mind. Now you take it as karya. See the kindness of them. They don't scold. They have infinite patience to infinite times remind us that this is your duty. And we have to take it as duty for both reasons. One, in that alone our evolution is there. Second, it is a duty ordained by Shruti Mata as well as Guru Parampara. Understood it? Adaraha karyaha. Swadhyaya pravachanayoho adaraha karya. Adara means due respect, due importance, due value, due commitment, due practice of that we have to do. Many things many people do. We have also done so many things earlier. Enough of all of them. Now let us do the thing and the best thing. And according to Guru and Shastras, the best thing, even Bhagavan, is Swadhyaya Pravachan Karna Shastron ka. In that only the Jnanam comes. Through that only the Paramashraya is achieved. I'm pausing here only for the reason that is this thought entering in us? Are we allowing it or blocking it outside only? Okay. Now, if this thought is not so important, then the Shruti Mata herself would have not quoted not one or two, but the three gurus and rishis and their combined conclusion. Very rare you see na कि श्रुति में एक ऋषि को कोट करना, ए रियलाइज सेंट का नाम लेना, ज्ञान दिया जाता है बट नाम नहीं बोलते. अब देखो तीनों का नाम बता रहे. Why is it so? For both reasons. They themselves did, and that's how became successful in their life, became trendsetters. And they have ordered us also. ये बात उन्होंने करके दिखाया और हमको करने को कह रहे हैं. Examples. First one was Rathi Taraha. No, I will not see the Bhashyam, straight away I will say. Rati Tara Gotraha Rati Tara Satyamiti. He is the one who studied the Upanishad. He liked the Satyam, he practiced it. He enjoyed it. He taught this Satyam only to everyone. Till they had the combined meeting, in which the decision is changed to Swadhyaya Pravacana as more greater tapasya even than Satyadi. But he started with Satyam. सत्यमिति सत्यवचा रातितर. सत्यवचन वाला रातितर ने सत्य का प्रमोट किया. मतलब कुछ तो स्टार्ट किया जो शास्त्र ने बताया. ऋतम च स्वाध्याय. He did it. Then other came Rishi. Tapa iti tapo nitya paurusishti. The next one, the Purushishtasya apatyam paurusishti, he was engaged in tapasya so beautifully. He got all rewards of that. He spoke the glory of tapasya all through his life until he came to the Swadhyaya Paravachan. These thoughts, these three rishis quotations are authorities can be spoken in 10 varieties. I am doing only 2 or 3. ज़्यादा हेवी हो जाता आपको, जरूरत भी नहीं है. जरूरत है तो जितना भी हेवी है दे देंगे, नहीं है तो नो नीड. Then Taponisha. Third one came the Nakaha belonging to Mudgala Apatyam, Mudgala Gotra or Mudgala Putra. He said Swadhyaya Pravachane eva kartavya iti Nakaha Acharya Manyate. And he did so. He told everyone. Then these three had a meeting. Satyavacha, Paurushisti, Nakaha. Round table meeting. And they are not the days like today that we meet only to fight with each other. We meet to only express our ego, our own resentments, our own strong likes, dislikes, or to refute other person's point, how much ever correct he is saying. In today's world, in the undignified people's meetings, these are the consequences, most of the occasion. Especially in the voluntary organization. प्रोफेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हर एक को अपने नौकरी और सैलरी का परवाह होता है उसका, इसलिए दे बिकम देयर सिस्टमैटिक. बट इन अदर occasions we only argue. They never sat for a meeting for the argument's sake. They all sat for a meeting for a healthy discussion to come out with the highest consensus. Because when more heads come together, the Lord functions through those more heads in giving best decision or knowledge. बिकॉज ये सहस्र शीर्षा पुरुष है तो सहस्र शीर्ष बैठते हैं तो बेटर थिंकिंग कैन बी डन बेटर कंसेंसस है ना इन एवरी मीटिंग द बोथ आर इम्पॉर्टेंट एज मच इम्पॉर्टेंट व्हाट मस्ट टू डू इज इक्वल इम्पॉर्टेंट इज व्हाट शुड नॉट डू दोनों को मीटिंग कहते हैं इसलिए हर जगह क्या करना है के साथ क्या नहीं करना भी बोलते एवरी जॉब व्हेन यू गो क्या करना नहीं करना स्कूल में ज्वाइन हो जाओ क्या करना नहीं करना व्हेन यू टेक ए हाउस ऑन रेंट क्या करना क्या नहीं करना द ओनर टेल्स सो इन ए मीटिंग बोथ वी हैव टू डिस्कस बिकॉज बोथ आर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री क्या होगा नहीं तो क्या करना कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं करना वो भी कर रहे हैं सो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा देखो द मीटिंग इज फ्रूटफुल व्हेन क्या करना इज डिसाइडेड क्या नहीं करना आल्सो डिसाइडेड क्या करना will be only 5%. नहीं करना 95. Because that 95 spoils this 5. So they had a meeting. And each said, Satyam Tapaha. Then everybody agreed. Then Nak ne kaha, that who is reminding you of Satya and Tapasya to be done? And through Satyam and Tapasya, you're only becoming successful in your outer world. Maybe through Tapasya, you are able to get some greater worlds. But you're not getting moksha. Moksha is done to sadhana. Sadhana is done by knowledge. Knowledge is given by Shastra. तो शास्त्र का अध्ययन करना है अध्यापन करना है इन माई ओपिनियन आई फील रियल सत्य एंड रियल तपस्या इज स्वाध्याय प्रवचन आई ओनली से you think then everybody is given a time the break was there for the breakfast or lunch then they again came back during their breakfast lunch everybody were individually seated keeping their opinion aside they took the opinion of Naka also thought of other two people then slowly in their purity of heart to know what is best the maturity came to them to accept the best and the best was this swadhyaya pravachan. Therefore, what he said, tadhitapaha, tadhitapaha. The तप को प्रमोट करने वाला Paurushushti said that I understand, sir, the real tapasya in Swadhyaya Pravachan only. Then the Satya spoken Rajaditara also said, yeah, Satya is the beauty. But I also found in doing Satya, we are getting little benefit and impressing people only. But through Swadhyaya Pravachana, the meaning to the life by the indication of goal is coming. Therefore, I agree also that Swadhyaya Pravachana is ultimate. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Both of them have to be performed. But when we have to vote for one, then Swadhyaya Pravachana is more important. And in common sense also, we can see every of the Rutam Satyam end at one age of the life. Is it not? But Swadhyaya Pravachana cannot end. Swadhyaya Pravachana goes every life till we know the truth. Prajacha, Prajanascha, and you become Buddha. What will you do with that? Atithayaha, you yourself in a hotel, in a hospital or anywhere, how can you attend the Atithi? But Swadhyaya Pravachana, everywhere you can do. Even you can't read book, but you can contemplate, no? Is it understood? तद्धितवः तद्हितवः वही तपस्या है क्या जो लेटेस्ट में बताया व्हाट लेटेस्ट जो नाक जी ने कहा व्हाट डिड ही से स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एव अनुष्ठेये कर्तव्ये इति नाकः मुद्गलस्य अपत्यः आचार्यः मन्यते सो दैट इज हाउ तस्मात् ते एव हि यस्मात् स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एव तपः तस्मात् ते एव अनुष्ठेये इति. So, what therefore is the concluding thought we also conclude here? So simple. Ki both you perform, no doubt, but in that one question comes which is to be prioritized. Here the priority should be Swadhyaya Pravachan. इज इट नॉट? लाइक दवा लेना है, खाना लेना है, दोनों लेना है। बट व्हेन बीमारी ज़्यादा है तो कभी कभी खाने से ज़्यादा दवा लेना पड़ता है, बिकॉज दवा मत भूलो टाइमली. In the same way, Rutam Satyam you have to do. Simultaneously, Swadhyaya Pravachan you have to do. But which is to be given more importance? Swadhyaya Pravachan. स्वाध्याय प्रवचन पहले करो, फिर गो टू द रुतम सत्यम. उनके लिए कोई टाइम नहीं बचा तो कोई बात नहीं, ये तो हो गया ना मेन वाला. नहीं तो क्या हुआ, रुतम सत्यम यू आर डूइंग, टेकिंग द स्वाध्याय एज द सेकेंडरी, देन रुतम सत्यम में जिंदगी बीत गयो, यू नेवर गेट चांस फॉर स्वाध्याय प्रवचन. This is a trick of the mind. It accepts what is great. There it doesn't fight. But what it does is, चलो आपने जो कहा मानते हैं, लेकिन उसको बाद में करेंगे, पहले एंजॉय कर. Is it not? Like the mind, no? You want to do japa meditation, we do, but पहले 2 घंटा सोने दो. सोने में 3 घंटे जाते हैं, जो 1 घंटा मेडिटेशन का था. Is it not? Coming to the class, पहले न्यूज़ देखते हैं टीवी में. Then by the time you finish the news, the class will be khatam. Don't we do that? पहले नाश्ता करो, फिर क्लास में जाएंगे. फिर ये और किसी को बात करो, क्या पूजा करेंगे. Here, स्वाध्याय प्रवचन अनुष्ठेय, when they concluded, what we have to take the meaning of it is what? इसको पहले करना. And in another occasion, same thought we discussed few months back, if you remember. That person who does sadhana immediately and samsara postpones, he is sadhak. The one who involves in the entertainment of the world first entertainment, postpone the sadhana, is called as samsari. It is a common sense which is very rare for every one of us. All noble thoughts, when they come, perform them immediately. Don't postpone. All the ignoble thoughts come, postpone them. This is the only way to make the life noble, by involving only in noble activity. ये कॉमन सेंस को भी आने नहीं देता अपना मन. देखो जीवन का तरक्की में क्या होता है ना, when small breakthroughs you can achieve, if you can, you will really achieve the higher things. Like small breakthrough that he could select himself, got into the army. Once you get into that, through your discipline and hard work, you can go to such a big rank and enjoy this life of serving the nation in such a high post. But the breakthrough was got selected. नहीं हुआ तो वो पूरा वो सपना ही रह जाएगा. In the same way, small breakthroughs. What is small breakthrough here? 2 things we told. Noble thoughts, immediately implement. Ignoble, बाद में. General life common sense. Here also, Swadhyaya Pravachana pehle. Only one breakthrough, other things later on. You will see this one commitment makes us do Swadhyaya Pravachana every day. With that, all our knowledge, wisdom start becoming thorough. If this is not done, other things are given first importance, then this becomes secondary. If somebody is able to manage both of them effectively every day, he is a genius. He is at the level of great Mahatmas like Gurudev, who managed himself, managed his mission work, managed the Shastra, managed his own experience of the truth equally efficiently. That is possible only to a very rare specimen. Others have limited time, inspirations, energies. है कि नहीं? 2 मिनट में हम थक जाते हैं, 1 मिनट में थक जाते हैं, 1 मिनट में नींद आती है, 1 सेकंड में खाने को बैठ. हम कितने यूजलेस हैं हम. मैं अपने बारे में कह रहा हूँ. यू मे बी लिटिल ग्रेट. फॉर अस देयरफॉर मजबूरी में अपने आप को मदद करने के लिए ऐसे प्रायोरिटी बनाना है. इन दैट स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एव अनुष्ठेये तस्मात् ते एव अनुष्ठेये इति. सो प्रायोरिटी पहले इनको करो. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव आवर मॉर्निंग क्लास. कुछ भी हो जाए, पहले अपना स्वाध्याय प्रवचन ऊपर. एंड आई टेल यू द जॉय आई गेट along with so much tiredness, exhaustion and all of them are superseded by the joy कि आज भी उपनिषद क्लास हो गया. Thank you भगवान. See that commitment, giving joy. And Baki, we are through study becoming deeper, subtler, expansive in our understanding. You can listen 2 years back what I was speaking on Upanishad. Today you should listen. Definitely you can see there is a change. I myself am seeing it. That is the result of 2 years effort. Continue it like that. समझदारी बढ़ेगा, कन्विक्शन बढ़ेगा, साधना शुरू होगा, सिद्धि भी हो जाएगा. So, what are the things? 4 things now I am concluding. Don't be a irresponsible, lazy, useless fellow. A burden to society, family, parents, children. वो नालायकपन के बजाय चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब के मरो. Point 1. Therefore, second is what? Know what is to be done in life. To achieve what? Point 2. Think and know. And we are told, third point now, in life you have these 2 things to be done. One, the set of 12, other, the set of 2. Point 3. Fourth point is what? Both of them have to be Anushtana Rupa to be done every day. Fourth point. The fifth one is prioritize Swadhyaya Pravachana. First Swadhyaya Pravachana, Baki sab baat. And luckily, nobody goes to anybody before 9 o'clock in morning. उसके बाद ही आवाजाही मिलना होता. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? सुबह 4 को उठकर और 9 बजे के अंदर ऑल योर स्वाध्याय प्रवचन उपासना अनुष्ठान अपना खुद कर लो. देन ओनली यू अटेंड टू द वर्ड. दैट इज हाउ द टाइम इज सेट बाय द लॉर्ड. सुबह का समय सबका अपना अपना होता है, बट हम उसको किस में वेस्ट करते हैं? 2 मिनट का दांत मांजने का आधा घंटा. अब आई कांट वेस्ट माई टाइम इन ऑल दिस ट्रिवियस नाउ. So first is don't live a life of liability. Second is know what the life is given for and what to do. In trying to know, you will know the third point. These are the 12 things, these are the 2 things. 4 is what? Both of them have to be done as Anushtana continues. Fifth, among them, give priority to Swadhyaya Pravachana. Because Swadhyaya Ayatam Adinam Arthagrahanam Artha Ayatam the Param Shreyaha. Okay. In this way, Uktanam api Satya Tapaswadhyaya Pravachananam Punargrahanam Adharant. अतः पहले तो बताया शुरू से ही. Again, why the example of these rishis is taken and repeated? Because again, Adarartham. Adarartham is the Rishi and Shruti knows the glory of these lifestyles. Therefore, to glorify it, they reminded. Second time they spoke. They have their adara for that because they are adaraniya. That adarniyata of those sadhanas, they want to convey to us. And anytime when you have to convey something as important, the only thing you do is you repeat it. किसी को आप घर आना चाहते हो बोला तो हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू रिपीट देम, रिमाइंड आ जाओ आप जरूर आना, आप नहीं आए तो प्रोग्राम नहीं होगा. द मोर रिपीटिशन मीन्स द मोर आदर. एंड दोज हु डोंट यू वोंट वांट टू कम, वो सिर्फ कार्ड देते हैं आप ओनली फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन. They also understand that so he's only information out of obligation. He doesn't want me to come. Therefore, he won't. Like some people give us also invitation. स्वामी जी आप बच्चों का शादी ब्लेस कर देना, मतलब नहीं आना. फॉर देयर ओन रीजन. कौन है समधी, कौन है उनको पसंद है कि नहीं स्पिरिचुअलिटी. दे हैव देयर ओन फियर्स ना. सडनली बाबा जी आ गए शादी में आशीर्वाद करने को. एवरीबॉडी मे नॉट एक्सेप्ट. Everybody may not have that guts or importance also. Some they insist unless our Swami is there, we will not have that shadi. ऐसे भी लोग हैं. And then they say, Swami आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. Then I tell only that 1-2 minutes the main occasion I come, I will be there doing that whatever, do my chanting, pray for the couple and next generation, both of them. All of them should become asset to the world by their own outer life joys as well as success, as is money and also spirituality. करके 1 मिनट में निकल जाए. Some insist आना ही पड़ेगा. तब जाते हैं. They tell. Other places they can't postpone. Like some people, a few, they invited me. But I can sense that there is not so sincerity. So I am also postponing. They are also postponing. समझ जुलाई में आ जाओ, अगस्त में आ जाओ, सितंबर में आ जाओ, अब अक्टूबर में आ जाओ, अब नवंबर किसने देखा? नहीं स्वामी आप आना ही है, अभी मैं टिकट बुक कर रहा हूँ, मैं खुद आकर आपको ले जाऊंगा. देन आई विल बी प्रिपेयर. अदरवाइज मेरे को तो जिंदगी चल रही है. व्हाई शुड आई ब्रेक माय रूटीन? आई एम एंजॉयिंग माय क्लासेस. आदरः. You repeat. You insist. You make it. But Shruti and Rishis are at the highest level. For them, एक बार बोलना ही इतना ज्यादा है और दोबारा बोलना सबसे ज्यादा है और तीसरी बार बोलने की जरूरत. That is why many times say Nama Paramarshibhyo or 2 times Dirvachanam Adarartham. 2 बार कह दिया हो गया. पर ऋषि का हाइट है, गुरु का, परम ब्रह्म को बताना, श्रुति माता का है, उनका 1 बार कहना ही ज्यादा. अब 2 बार कह दी तो और भी हो गया. नो यू कांट टेल दिस टू स्वामी मैंने आपको 1 बार कह दी ना आने को, अब आ जाना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होता हो. You want, I must feel that you want. No, I will not go anywhere out of obligation. I would think of necessity and compulsion only I will go. If you know the value, then we go, then we'll go. Otherwise, ठीक है, you in your life. No, then we'll call other man. बोला no, there's so many for you. Is it not? So here also, adarartham. For us, what is it? Why second time said, Satyam is Satyavach and all? These are all not ordinary things that are told to you for time pass, my dear. They are the life-giving and life-making, life-saving things. इसलिए श्रुति. This is how Dashama Anuvaka is done. Sorry, Navama Anuvaka is done. Iti Navamaha Anuvaka. And we have done, I will at my level, justification is done. It can be much more better, inspiring also with many other examples, quotations taken off. The people who spent their life in the study and prachar of Shastra, how they became the true Renaissance people, true pioneers of the culture and tradition. है कि नहीं? इस दुनिया में दुनिया को सबसे ज्यादा कोई तबाही किया है तो वो लोग जो भौतिकवाद को प्रमोट किया. Because once Bhautivadika comes, every nonsense gets added to that. And in this world, if anybody have saved the universe, they're only ones, those who have done the promotion of Adhyatmikavada, especially through the authority of the eternal Shastras. Is it not? It's true. शास्त्रों का प्रचार जिसने किया, जिसमें का मोक्ष मार्ग और जीवन का सही मार्ग धर्म का, the limitation of artha kama, the necessity of the dharma, the goal of moksha, these are indicated by Shastra. The one who have done the prachar of this, they have done the maximum seva. It is not seen in terms of money or any of the grosser thing, like Gurudev. In his 42.5 years, through his prachar of the Vedanta or Shastra, how much good he must have done to the totality of all the jivas in general, and particularly those who came into his fold. He has done the more miracle than all the Baba log jo alag alag miracle karte hain. This is unseen subtle miracle, molding the minds of jivas toward the ultimate goal. Oh, कोई भी ओवरनाइट नहीं पहुंचते, लेकिन सीड तो sowed ना. Like if I have a mangoes today eating, 2-3 generations back, my Dadaji has sown it. I have to have the common sense that if I have the tree today, somebody has sown it. So too, if I sow the seed today, after 2 generations, they'll have. Pujya Gurudev has sown so many seeds. In today's country, there are so many Adhyatmic Pracharakas. There are all these, the sprouts came out of the seeds sown by Gurudev. He was such an aggressive Pracharak of the Shastras. They don't claim that they learned from him. They may not be aware also, because many times the learning happens very subtly. You may not even notice. Therefore, you may not acknowledge. And many other reasons come not to acknowledge. And a true preacher or seeker or teacher never bothers about the acknowledgement. Like you acknowledge or not, क्या फर्क पड़ता है मेरे को? आप शास्त्र पढ़कर साधना करके ठीक हो गए तो वो आपकी भलाई है, हमको उसी में खुशी है. Why should we? I'm not an ego to be spoken about myself by you. I'm the self. Self is in me, in you also. A guru never wants a name. He says work should be done. So Gurudev never claimed, but he has sown the seeds. People also, many of them don't acknowledge. His own disciples don't take his name. वो लोग उनके नाम को यूज करते हैं. But he doesn't. जब अच्छे लोग हैं चलो होने दो. They are growing spiritually. That is what is my goal. Like parents never, children never thank parents every day for food. Parents never expect also. They say khaya na to pet bhara. That's called love of parents. Is it not? Guru also like that. What I am saying you, स्वाध्याय प्रवचन से जिसने दुनिया का कंट्रीब्यूशन ज्यादा किया उतना और किसी ने नहीं किया. That also Shastra mainly. There are many Mahatmas without referring to Shastra, they gave a lot of knowledge and the people of that age really got benefited. But it has two problems. One, when that Mahatma dies, that organization will collapse. Or when the Mahatma dies, the people will misinterpret what he spoke. But when a Mahatma speaks only on Shastra, Shastra continues, in the Shastra the ultimate is given, then there's no chance for anybody to misinterpret. Is it not? This is a higher secret. The Adi Shankaras, Vedavyasas, Gurudevs, why they stuck to Shastra? Not that they cannot keep Shastra away and go on boasting themselves कि मैं ये बता रहा हूँ, मैं ये नया mission start कर रहा हूँ वगैरह. Gurudev started in the name of the mission, but what is taught is the ancient Shastras. भगवान कृष्ण इति गुहितमम शास्त्र, मैं तुमको शास्त्र ही बता रहा हूँ, उपनिषद सार, मैं अपना थोड़ी बता रहा हूँ तुमको. Not knowing this, many people afraid of Shastra and inability, all of the reason, they only with their own mind they speak. Not that it is not it wrong. We are not saying they are saying wrong. They may be enlightened, they may be experienced. But the amount of benefit happens by speaking on Shastra is more than anything any day. That's our belief. If you don't like it, don't believe. Authenticity of Shastra. Therefore, हमको तो शंकर भगवान ही एग्जाम्पल है. He gave commentary on all and he wrote books. All of them have authority only again on Shastras. There is not even one word by Adi Shankara independent. That is why in Sahasana, every Bhashya you see, oh wow, ye bataya. Why Bhashyakara has to write Bhashya then? To facilitate the subsequent generations to easily understand. That was his kindness. Shankara never came to establish his ego. He came only to make it easy for us to understand Shastra. That's his purpose. Clear? So what is the conclusion of this Navamanuvaka? स्वाध्याय प्रवचन का फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी अनुष्ठान के रूप में देना. Along with that, the other things of Vrutam, Satyam also be mindful. Let our life be in these two beautiful tracks simultaneously. Let us not go out of the track to commit the accident for ourselves and others. May the Rishi Guru Parampara Devatas bless us in this endeavor. I thought of starting Dashama, today नहीं हुआ, तो कल के दिन हम straight away introduction to 10th Anuvaka and the study of that we will do. Thank you. Sarvam Narayana Arpanam. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः ओम तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। थैंक यू।